Today I'm going to walk another section of the Pennine Way from the Aiggin Stone on Blackstone Edge to Withens Gate above Aiggin Holes. I'm starting my walk at the car park at Baitings Reservoir near Ripondon. The first part of the walk is to walk across the reservoir dam and head towards Upper Skull Car Farm. I'm going to pass the farm on the right, continue along the track to a minor road, turn left and then find a path over Rishworth Moor. I just have a small section of road walking here while I look for the path off to the right. Oh, this must be it. There's a finger post here. It actually does say Blackstone Edge. A view back down to Baitings Reservoir. Well, I've got an owl buzzing right over my head. Well, I've just completed 2 miles now and I'm on the top of Rishworth Moor. Looks like I'm the only person up here. And the temperature's 18 degrees centigrade. And there's quite a bit of breeze. I now get a good view back down to Baitings Reservoir on my right. Well, I've followed a good permissive path across Rishworth Moor. I'm now at Rishworth Drain. I'm now going to turn right and head up to the old Packhorse Road. That should take me down to the Aiggin Stone. Well, I'm going to join the old Packhorse Road and I need to cross the drain now, and there's a footbridge to go over here, and hopefully this will take me down to the Aiggin Stone. Well, here I am at the Aiggin Stone. I'm now going to pick up the Pennine Way. I'm going to follow that for about 5 miles. Well, I've just completed 4 miles. I'm looking back on the Aiggin Stone and Blackstone Edge, and I'm going to carry on to the White House Inn. Well, I'm now approaching the White House on the A58, and that's the road I came over this morning to Baitings Reservoir. Well, at the White House Inn there is an information board about the reservoir landscape, and we're now going to pass a series of reservoirs which were built to supply the Rochdale Canal, and there is a map of the Pennine Way. Well, on this information board there is a map, and it kind of shows, I might be able to point out the route that I'm following. I parked here at Baitings Reservoir, I've come over Rishworth Moor, I've come down to the Aiggin Stone, picked up the Pennine Way, which I'm going to follow it around, passing all the reservoirs. I'm then going to head towards, come off the Pennine Way here. I think this must be around about Withens Gate here, and then I'm going to come down by Withens Clough Reservoir, hopefully back over Turley Holes Edge, and then make my way somewhere back over to Baitings Reservoir. Well, I just clocked up 5 miles, and the next 4 miles on the Pennine Way should be on good tracks and easy walking. About a mile from the White House and to the right of the Pennine Way is one of the stanza stones, which contains a poem by Simon Armitage. This is Cow's Mouth Quarry. And this is the rainstone. I'll just read a couple of lines from the verse. Rain, be glad of these freshwater tears, each pearl droplet some salty old sea bullet, ere lifted out of the waves, then laundered and sieved, recast as a soft bead and returned. Well, I'm now walking alongside Withens Reservoir, which is quite long and narrow. Oh, just after reading a line from the rainstone, I now feel rain blowing in from the west. I've just completed 7 miles, and I think it's at this point along Withens Reservoir that I now cross from Lancashire back over into Yorkshire. Well, the rain has arrived now. Well, it looks like the rain has blown over for the moment, and I can see Stoodley Pike on my left. We won't be going as far as that today on the Pennine Way, but onwards to Withens Gate. Well, this stretch from Withens Reservoir over the moor towards Withens Gate has got some really good paving. I've just clocked up 9 miles now, and I'm not far from Withens Gate. Get a good view of Stoodley Pike ahead, and down on my right is Withens Clough Reservoir. We'll be heading down there shortly. Well, here we are at Withens Gate, and from Withens Gate we get good views towards Lumbutts down below and Mankin Holes. But here we're going to leave the Pennine Way and we're going to join the Calderdale Way and head down to Withens Clough Reservoir. Not far from Withens Gate, on the Calderdale Way, is the Aiggin Stone. As you can see, it's inscribed with a cross, and less distinct, inscribed with the words Te Deum Laudamus, which when translated from Latin reads, "We praise thee, O Lord." Now this is a place where coffins will be rested on the journey to their final burial place, possibly in Tomredin. Here we are, Withens Clough Reservoir. Well, I've now left the Calderdale Way and I'm crossing the dam at the reservoir, and I'm going to pick up a permissive path around Turley Holes Edge to my left. Well, it says path closed due to a landslip, and it's been like this for quite a few years. However, I'm going to continue on and see if I can work my way around. Well, I think it's this section here where there was a landslip. Now, last time I came over here it had just happened. Well, I've just traversed the part of the landslip and it wasn't difficult at all. It's just that the path is quite overgrown with bracken. It is worth coming on this path as you get some splendid views down towards Cragvale. Well, I've just come to the end of the permissive path at the end of Turley Holes Edge, and the reason why it was overgrown, there's another path closed sign here, but the path wasn't too bad after all. Now I've just got to make my way down to the road, the B6138. Well, the way back is to head down into the clough below, climb up it, past the houses, and then up on the hill opposite. Well, here we are in Turving Clough, and we're going to cross the road here, the 6138 at Green Bank. Well, that was a short but steep climb out of the clough to the road, which we've turned right and we're going to follow for a short while before picking up another path on the left. Right, across the road here, and this track. Well, I've climbed the hill opposite and I get a view back towards Stoodley Pike and Turley Holes Edge, and there's another information board for the Cragvale Heritage Trail, and we must be at board 1 now, having come up from board 2, and we're going to cross this mining road here and carry on. I've just clocked up 13 miles and now I'm just going to try to follow a series of tracks and paths to get me onto Colgate Road, which should take me back to Baitings Reservoir. I've just come to the end of Colgate Road and now I'm on Blue Bowl Road and get a glimpse of Baitings Reservoir, so I'm not far from the car. Well, by the time I get back to the car I should have done about 15 miles, and I think I've been very lucky with the weather today, only been caught in a shower once. It's a shame that the path over Turley Holes Edge was overgrown, but it's certainly worth the effort to going over there for the views down into Cragvale. Well, here we are with today's stats, just over 15 miles complete with an ascent of about 1500 feet.